Okay, cool.
Right, so everyone has arrived. There may be more people arriving as we go. I'm Jenny, and I run this website called with Laura, who's in a minute. My mission really with this is with the Holistic Wealth Academy to educate and bring knowledge about business and strategy and grow your business. That's like the aim with the whole thing. So website is obviously a huge part of your marketing machine, if you like. So I'm really keen. Nora and I have worked together for a while. She helped me to change what I needed to change my website before I having a new one done, which I will with Nora. But this is really useful. Everything she's taught me has been amazing. So I'm just keen to do this really with you guys. And the more people learning, the more they're going to understand what they need to do when they're ready. Cool. So over to Nora, the expert.
Thank you. Thank you. So, hello everybody. My name is Nora.
Hi, Nora.
Hello. And I am a graphic and website designer. I've been working with businesses of all sizes for nearly 30 years. Corporate, alternative, small organization, educational businesses, everything. And I absolutely love what I do. I really wouldn't do anything else. And I run my studio, Nora Zimmerman Studio, and we offer graphic design and website and marketing for businesses to work either on one-on-one or businesses to work on your website school program. So when we work on one-on-one, it's for businesses that are probably ready to step up and they've been running the business quite well for a little while or perhaps for a few years, and now they're ready to reach larger audiences. They want to touch more people basically, and they want to offer their gift, like largely and more expansively, and they're pretty clear about what they're doing. And then your website school program is for businesses that perhaps they have been running for a while, but they haven't really taken, this kind of momentum. And, maybe you've had a website for a while and it hasn't really given you the right leads, or maybe it just doesn't match what you're offering. And maybe, there's like a disconnect between the website and what you do. Or sometimes it's just simply you don't even have a website and you're stepping into these fully fledged business owner place that, you have been dreaming of perhaps for a while. So your website school is smaller. It's a group program with maximum 4 people. You still get to work with me. I would design your website. And on that one, I really empower people to actually learn how to update their website, how to manage it, and how to really take control of these, super useful tool to promote yourself and your services. It's like an assistant to your business, really. So that one runs twice a year, and I'll put the details over in the comments later on the Facebook group. So thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear very briefly who you are and what you do. If you would like to, you don't have to, but if you would like to introduce yourself, just say your name and what you do, that'd be great.
Do you want to start, Monique?
Yeah, okay. I'm Monique Parker. I'm a nutritional therapist from Woking. I've got a practice, I've got a website, and I'm getting all my clients through word of mouth, funnily enough. I think I've had 2 clients so far through the website in 2 years' time, which is pretty low number. But I see my website as my front of shop. You have to have a website. People have to see who you are, what you're doing. And that's what I'm using it for. It's to put all my articles on and things like that, and, explain what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And that's about it, really. So, I'm dying to hear, more how you can attract clients through your website.
Great. Thanks, Monique.
Yeah.
Thank you. So who else would like to go next?
I can.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Kirsty. I'm a yoga teacher, life coach, a reflexologist. And I am in the middle of designing my website. It's been going on for ages because I've just had so many kind of stuck moments with it. And my business, again, tends to come from kind of word of mouth, Facebook promotion and stuff like that as well. And that's been keeping me busy enough that I haven't felt like I really kind of need to get this finished. But I know I do. And I know that it would maximize my business when I do. But I'm just not tech-minded at all. And I think that kind of freaks me out. I'm not sure how my website is supposed to be sort of seen, if you like. Do you know what I mean? Like what it's supposed to do for me, like what I can expect from it, how I need to come across really. Like I know I want it to be a representation of myself and everything I do, but how to get that across through technology, because I'm just so used to communicating with people just face to face, and so when it goes into images and videos and links to this and blogs to that and all that sort of thing, then I begin to get a little bit like, how's it work? So I'm just, again, just really interested to hear what you've got to say, Nora, and learn today really, so that I can sort of move forward with it.
Great, thank you. How about Kevin or Jane? Who would like to go next? Go, Kevin. I'll unmute you. Go.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay. Well, I was on Nora's last webinar, so this is maybe a repeat. But basically, I'm working currently in publishing. I'm trying to transition into holistic work. I use a German machine called Time Waver, and basically my starting point will be the website with testimonials, and then I will start my marketing off the back of that. So this is why I'm tuning in again to learn even more, and certainly learn a lot the last time, but different sites bring up different things, so always ready to learn.
Brilliant. Yeah, welcome to come to as many calls as you like.
Oh, you can come every time, Kevin. You're just going to be every month. So
thank you so much.
Come and join us. Okay.
Jane, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Jane from Malvern in Worcestershire, and I'm currently run women's circles and several other things that are kind of connected with that as well. I haven't got a website, and I've been working with Emma and therefore introduced to Nora. And I just saw it come up on Facebook earlier on, so I was intrigued to find out a little bit more. Really.
Great, thank you. Thank you for turning up. Good. So, with no further ado, let's get started. So, I'm going to share my screen so you can see what I'm doing. Let's go with Monique first. So, you told us you're a nutritionist.
Yep.
And you said that you get a lot of referrals by word of mouth, and that you got a couple of people through the website, yeah? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
So how long have you been doing this, Jane? Sorry, Monique.
I've started in August 2016.
Okay. Like this business, yeah?
Yeah.
What were you doing before? Tell us just briefly how you got here.
Gosh, what did I do before? Oh, I worked as a PA for an author. I worked as an office manager. I worked as an HR manager, as a French teacher. I've done all sorts of things, all different sorts of things. But I studied nutrition. I started in 2005 till 2008, and then sort of stopped because the college went bust and just dropped it on the wayside. And then I picked it up again later, and then I qualified fully, and then I started practicing.
So what services do you offer? Is it mostly nutrition, or is there anything else?
No, I only, well, I am a nutritional therapist, and we do nutrition and lifestyle advice.
Right.
I've also trained with the Institute of Functional Medicine, so that's sort of integrated as well.
Lovely. Okay. All right. So I'm getting from what you're saying that you're a people person, right? You know, you're good with people, you can talk to them. I get a sense also that you make them relax and, you know, that you make them feel comforted, you know, as they come through. You know, you seem to be really calm and you seem to be like quite grounded, you know, straight away. So when I come to the website, it just feels like one more website. It feels super impersonal and it feels really like, you know, who is this person? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just see pictures of, you know, food and fruits and veggies, basically. Because of the nature of what you do, and because obviously you're running this practice as you, I presume it's only you in the business.
Yeah.
It might be really good to show people. This is a very personal approach, what you're doing. So you are collapsed with the brand. So nutrition for you is you. It's not, there's nothing else to it. And at this stage of the business, especially because you know, you're not a big practice and you don't have like other people working for you or, you know, collaborating with you as partners. It might be really good to, you know, I was looking on the website to find the photo of you. I just thought, what does she look like? Who is she? You
Well,
know,
there is one on there.
Yeah, I found one right at the bottom on the About page.
Yeah.
So I just thought, oh gosh, she's gorgeous. But then it took me a while to find it.
Yeah.
So I think that would be the first little bit of feedback. You know, also when you are working on a homepage, you know, the main principle of a homepage is to make people feel at ease and make people feel that they arrive at the right place. And if it is not for them, they don't need to stay. So there has to be a certain amount of clarity. And I always do this analogy by which you always, you know, it's like a house. So when people come to my house for whatever event it is and for whatever reason, I would open the door and I would say, hello, hello, welcome, right? And I would say, you know, how lovely you look, or, you know, your dress, or, you know, there'll be a kind of warmth interaction straight away. And then I'll say, you know, you can put your coat here, and would you like a tea? So I start very gently guiding people as to what they need to do. And this is the question that you had, Kirsty. You know, how do we translate the job that you do in person to an online experience?
Yeah.
This is how you translate it, by making people feel welcome without really saying welcome, and telling them what they can do and how they can engage with you. So you offer that clarity, but you're also guiding them and you are in charge. Just like if they're coming to your practice, right? You wouldn't just open the door and let them sit there, go through it. You would tell them, you know, would you like to sit down? You know, now you're going to fill in this questionnaire. If you have someone else there, you might say, could you wait another 10 minutes? You know, you're going to hold the space for them in a way that they're going to relax straight away. And this holding the space for them starts on the website. From the moment they land on the homepage, from the moment they fill in a form to get in touch with you, from the moment you explain what you do. Is this clear so far?
Yeah, that
Okay.
makes sense.
Good.
That makes sense. Yeah. Well,
So,
the reason why I signed up for today was because even though I can upload stuff and I can do stuff myself. I mean, I've got a very good guy that helps me. I felt exactly the same. I'm not a very I'm very easy with people. Yeah, I'm okay with clients and stuff like that. I'm not so shy that, you know, but to plaster my face on my photo on a home page, I've always been a bit reluctant about it. And that's why initially I put it away, you know, in the about column somewhere. But I do realize what you're saying. It is like, who is she? What is she actually doing?
people are going to want to connect with you. They're not going, you know, everybody sells nutrition, right? You know, you're not selling services here. You are selling the experience of working with you. You're selling the journey and the process of being in your care. And only you have that gift. The gift that you offer, only you can do it.
Other
nutritionists will offer nutrition, right? And the combinations of things and experiences, right? Because I also get a sense that you like writing.
Oh, I do. I do a lot of writing.
Things. You like explaining things.
Yeah, well, I used to be a teacher as well, so you know, education for me is very important, especially in this field because there's so much rubbish out there. So yeah, I do a lot of writing.
All right. So you've got opinions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So I think for your homepage, you can always have a photo of you. It doesn't have to necessarily be, like full front, completely, smiley and makeup and all of that. It could just be, a gentle photo of you, maybe taken from the side, where you're working somewhere, where you're writing an article. And then, I would put the blog entries, which I can see it's super busy, as short little snippets of what people can read. So people get a sense straight away that, your blog is a place where they can look for resources. First of all, it could be you welcoming them and you at work, or maybe even you, with someone at a consultation. And then I would probably make a big thing of the blog, because if it's something that you keep it alive, that you keep it fresh, it's excellent for SEO, it's excellent to attract traffic. And it's also your strength, obviously, as well. And
I do update the website quite regularly, because I know that if you don't do anything, then
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just run through the navigation now, and let's move this here so I can do it properly. So I can see here the logo, and then I can see a big green bar, and I can see your email and your phone number. And then I can see all these, little entries here to invite me to go off your website straight away. This is a primary hotspot if I'm right-handed. So I would recommend not encouraging people to go away from your website, unless what you're offering on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram is more important than what's on your website.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's run through the navigation. The navigation, I've got home, then I've got about with lots of drop-down menus, and I've got benefits, blogs, wow, consultations, frequently asked questions, testimonials, resources, blimey. Okay, so you're very prolific writer, and you want to tell people, and educate people. However, this is going to have to almost be collapsed in one place where it's like a library, right? Because otherwise you will overwhelm people. I straight away feel overwhelmed, and I'm not like a reader, so I may not be exactly your target group, you know what I mean? You might target to a little bit more intellectual people, more people that are interested in the nitty-gritty of details. If I go to you, I just want to be fixed. I don't want to understand what you're doing. So, this is something for you to niche down as well. You want to attract the people that are interested in the detail of things, the why you do this, the why you are going this route, the how you put all this together, which is brilliant. So it's important to almost adapt your language and your communication to that. So things for you would be things like, do you want to understand why, what you're eating and why your body is not working? No, I don't want to understand that. For me, that would be a no. So I will walk away from your website. But someone that really wants to understand, they'll be exactly matched.
Can I say something, Nora? Sorry.
Yeah.
What I'd like to add with anything, usually people looking for help, they're looking for solution to the problem. So if you give a solution to problems on the website, very like saying, do you suffer from, I don't know, what's it, PMS? Yes. Yeah. The problem. This is how we solve it. Or like, this is how we support that. So kind of people want to know, here's the problem, here's the brand new day. Right? So you want to find a way of taking them there.
Yes.
Yeah? But it's exactly what I said. So I'd say, collapse all the info. I'm very much like to read an info, but I don't want it up front if I have a problem. So even if your avatar or your perfect customer is an intellectual reader, they maybe not come to do that. They want their problem fixed. So I totally collapse it and still solve the problem up front. Yeah?
So what you're doing, this is for everybody, and just following from what Jenny just said, is what you're doing is you're talking to the felt need that they are having. And this is something really good to investigate. How are they feeling? What is their real need, right? So if you come to me and you say, I need a website, that is not your felt need. Your felt need is, I want to reach more people. I want to touch more people. I want to have more leads. I want to expand my business. You know, there's all sorts of felt needs that your target audience will have, that it's not what they're telling you or the thing that is on the surface. And from what the work you do, you know, you will understand what is the need underneath that they're coming, you know, for you to offer the solution. So also in response to having your photo plastered all over the website, it's really not about you. It's all about the solution and the options that you will be offering these people to, you know, improve their health, to improve their daily habits, to, you know, whatever it is that you're selling, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So the about page, really, I will only want to know about me, unless you're a company and you're telling me about all these things. I think some of these sections could be collapsed in the resources sections, or I would even call it library of resources or resources. So here you're going to have, do you sell products here? Do you have affiliate
I
links?
just know, you know, when I find it a product that I like, I put it on there. You know, I don't sell products. I don't.
Right, okay. So I wouldn't give a whole entire page to bookshelf. I don't even know what that is. I don't understand it. Then
where I recommend books.
Oh, okay. So why don't you just say, okay, recipes, okay, handouts. Is this like free handouts for people?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they can print them out?
Yeah.
What's this media thing? This is places you've been featured?
Well, these are basically all the articles that I've published.
Articles that you've published. Okay.
Yeah.
This is to go on the footer. Do you have a footer? No. Okay,
No.
this is to go on the footer. This is a footer item, you know. It's for people that want to book you to write things. You know, is that a stream of income, or is that just a way of promoting yourself?
It's promotion.
Okay, so do you like speaking at events and things like that?
I haven't had a chance. I haven't been so busy. I haven't had a chance yet.
Right, okay. So if that's something you really want to promote, you know, to be featured in articles, to offer, you know, guest posting and to become a speaker perhaps, you know, I would put it at the top. But if it is not your main thing right now, then you need to go on the footer.
Okay.
So I think resources could be a really good place for you to bundle all the things that you like talking about, and except for the blogs. And the blogs, I would not put this drop-down menu here. It's just really overwhelming. I would just call it blog. Or do you have more than one? It's just one blog, isn't it?
Oh, no, these are all different ones. These are all...
Yeah, but they're not called blog. They are called blog posts.
Blog posts, okay.
Yeah, and I would just call these blog, and I would not have a drop-down menu, because I would like you to feed them onto the homepage. So let me show you how I would like this to look, you know, if you're going to have your guy do it. Just quickly. I'm not saying it has to look like this, but it would be really nice if there is like something in this that shows like this. Oh, it's taking ages. Reflections. And she's moved things around. Okay, so can you see that here there's a little image and there's like a little excerpt of what's going to happen. So I can choose.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So what happens is your homepage gets populated. They could be a lot smaller, and so, you know, you're going to have a lot more entries. You know, you're a prolific writer, obviously. So I think your blog is a really, really, really important place where you can guide people to go to. So if you're putting things on Facebook, or if you're promoting on LinkedIn, or wherever you're putting, you're guiding people to go to the specific posts. You know, writing is an asset for you, and you have to make the most of it. I haven't read, you know, the tone of voice in the writing, but I think that's something important for you in this case. And so people can read, and I can just goes straight into your way of thinking, your way of working, your way of, I can really see what I'm going to get. Does that help?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about this sidebar, if it has anything to do. And all these certifications, again, they are a footer item. And all these links, this is a big thing. I always question clients, why do they need to send people to another platform? Why do you not keep them on your website? Instead of inviting them to go somewhere else, tell them, would you like to read something about these? Are you suffering from PMS? So what we want with a website is we want people to do a circular thing, right? And now you can do these. Oh, can I give you a cup of tea? Now, would you like a biscuit? Now, would you like to watch a film together, right? You're constantly circulating. Would you like to talk to me? Here's how you can book, right? So for every website, there's going to be one main goal and one which is the equivalent of your main call to action. So I'm not going to go into the detail of that now, but you need to think, if you want people to book the appointment online, like for example, Jenny, her main call to action is go to my scheduler, book your appointment, right? For me, my main call to action is talk to me. I want to know if we are a good match before I can work with you. Because of the process I do, I can't just say, book your website with me, right?
I don't use a booking system.
Do you have a booking system?
No, I don't use an online booking system because I want people to call me first.
Right, you want to vet them before they come.
They do call anyway. I think it's good to have it. You can use Calendly, like Nora's got. It's free. So you can plug it in there so they can at least book something or book the call, or it's just looks professional. And some people just like doing that, I do.
Okay, look, you've got it here. If you would like to know what nutritional therapy can do, I offer a 15-minute consultation. That's it. This is an upfront call to action. I would have this on the sidebar, if you want to keep your sidebar, on the homepage, and strategically placed throughout all of the pages, almost everywhere, right? Not like an annoying thing, but just like an invitation, because that's what you want people to do. Some people want to gather them for their mailing list. They're not offering anything yet. This is not fully formed. So what you're doing is you're collecting emails, So when you're ready, you're going to talk to people and tell them, hey, this is what I'm doing. And in the meantime, you send them other stuff. You tell them this is what I'm doing and hello and all of that, right? So for example, I've got this program that it's nearly finished now. It's your website school program. And, we only run it twice a year. So I'm going to now talk to people and say, would you like to join the waiting list? The next round is in July. I'm not going to sell them anything and I'm not going to offer anything, but I might offer some articles or I might offer some useful things for them to start thinking about the website, just to almost build them up to the moment that they're ready to book. Right? And this is strategic thinking. So what we're doing in marketing is keeping the conversation going with your potential people. And also you are filtering out the people that perhaps are not the right audience for what you're offering.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
The other thing that the last thing I would say is the naming. So the ideal number here for, the items here on the navigation at the top, I would say is a maximum of 6 for you. And consultations is, it's just a funny word. I know, I wouldn't understand what it means. So in a way, what I would invite you to do is go to other people's websites and see how they name the sections. Right? This is a whole thing in itself, naming the navigation. It needs to be obvious, intuitive, and super simple. Don't make it complicated. And again, because your brain is super advanced, I think some of the words you use are too complex. And what I'm trying to say here is maybe use really obvious, simple words.
Yeah,
So I'm always, sorry, Nora, I would always put like home, about,
Services.
services, or working with me, because she's only got one service, which is working with her. We could do services or working with me. And then blog, sorry.
And then all the resources.
And
the
then
content.
just resources and contact.
Yeah.
So how much is that? That's home,
About 6.
services, blog.
Resources.
Testimonials
Yeah.
are good though, aren't they, as well?
Yeah, but testimonials could be spread out. You know, it's not a top
Yeah.
item, really.
I have them
Unless-
on the website.
Yeah. It just depends, you know. Also,
Yeah.
what happens is, so this is something I do, right? So when I am busy and I'm not selling anything because I don't have space in my schedule or whatever is happening, whatever the circumstances, I might move things around, right? I might hide some of the pages and then I might move them out again. So your website is a live thing. You know, it doesn't have to be there. Once you've done it, it's finished.
Yeah, that's true.
So you can move things on and off. You can switch the energy of some of the things up and down. So if you're really writing a lot, you put your blog up front. So for example, at the moment, my blog is, I think, is hidden because I don't feel like writing. I don't want to send people there. You know, I'm busy doing other things. I'm creating other stuff. So I don't think even it is in the footer. The footer is another place where you can put things that are not super important. So you are, you know, changing the hierarchies and the energy of what the website is offering as you move with your business.
Yeah.
Good.
Can I add one thing, Nora?
Amazing. Thank you for that. No, it's really good. It's really good because my husband's got a really big website and he's always changing everything, but he's in a completely different business. He's in financial services and he always has things to say, but he just doesn't understand that it's so different. You know, so to hear this, yes, it really resonates. It really resonates with me.
Good.
Yeah, thanks for that. That's really, really cool. Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. Very welcome.
Can I say one more thing that really is pressing here? Is that if you can come up with some programs you take people through, because when people go through nutritional transformation, they're not just going to need one consultation with you. They're going to need some follow-ups, right? So you want to think about creating a program for people. Because A, it gives them better transformation. B, it gives you better income.
I know. But you know, 99% of my clients are people who are done with the GP. They're banging their head against the wall. They're not getting any better. And they're I'm seeing quite complicated cases really where, you know, a standard program, it's not going to work.
Why not?
Because it's so individual. You know, somebody who's got a thyroid issue and a weight problem and, you know, hormone stuff. And, you know, if you do a program, then, you know, it's either a weight loss program or, you know,
okay. Well, maybe something
you know what I mean?
Because
yeah,
some people would like that.
I mean, I normally try to sell people when they come the first time to pay for a package, you know, like one initial consultation and 1 or 2 follow-ups. Yeah. And I mean, I have never had a client who only came once. I mean, some of them I've been seeing 6 or 7 times and they're still not done.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Well, you know your market, but I'm just saying it's a
I know what you mean. I know plenty of people who are doing it. I know plenty of colleagues who are doing it, but I just felt that with the type of clients I'm attracting, it's not something that's really suitable for them.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Laura.
Right. Good. So let's go to Kirsty. She's been patiently waiting. I'm going to unmute you, Kirsty.
Thank you.
I'm going to share the screen again. So, right, I'm going to move these.
So something weird, let me just explain before we begin. Something weird has happened to my website in the last couple of days. I was working on it on Monday, and I've emailed my tech guy to ask him what's gone on, because on some of the pages I've lost like the background, but on others it's kind of there, and I've lost some of the icons, but on some of them it's there. It's just all a bit weird. So it doesn't actually usually look quite as displaced as this does now.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
it's usually kind of running quite wet, like in sync, I would call it, rather than like if you look on the yoga and meditation page, for example, you've got the picture of the yoga girl there, and usually the text is on the right hand side. The text that's underneath her with the email me more about yoga and the submit icon is usually on the right hand side, and then directly underneath that you've got the yoga is a way of life thing, and then the yogic philosophy. All of that again is on the right hand side, I think.
Okay,
and,
don't worry. We're gonna do our best to.
I don't know what's gone on with it.
Okay. So, do you offer yoga, meditation, life coaching, workshops and retreats, doTERRA, reflexology?
Yeah. So this is one of the things that I kind of wanted to ask you. Was half of me is thinking that less is probably more after listening to you. You know, maybe I should just put yoga and meditation and then have the workshops and retreats in like underneath that page or as part of that page, you know, rather than having it as a separate thing.
So what are you actively doing every day through the week?
Every day, teaching, coaching, and the reflexology alongside the oils, which is doTERRA, and then workshops
Do you offer,
sort of yearly.
Yeah. Okay. Do you offer that at home or at a practice?
I offer them in various locations. I've got private classes, I've got public classes, and private group classes.
Right. Okay. So first of all, I don't even know where I am, you know, because it's not highlighted. I think I'm in yoga and meditation, but I can't really think. Okay, yeah. So what you're doing here is you've got a beautiful photo of someone amazing looking. Is it you?
No. Okay. No, stock photos. Because I haven't had any professional photos done. And that was one of the other things that I was going to ask you. Do you think it is worth me paying out for professional photos? Or do you think these days you can kind of, you know, take some nice snaps, if you like, and, you know, through filters and whatnot, get the same sort of looks? Or is it worth using stock photos? Or
right, okay,
like that one below is a stock photo as well. Like most of them are stock photos. You'll recognize me probably from like seeing my face now, and when you get to pictures of me that I have used.
Right. Let me run through these. I can hear you're very full of questions.
Sorry, I am, because I've been stuck with this forever, Nora. I'm very grateful.
So, it sounds like you've got this business already, you know, fully fledged and running. You're offering lots of sessions. It sounds also like you're very dynamic, and, you know, people might come to you for your vibrancy, this, you know, energetic way of, you know, doing things.
Yeah.
And they probably connect with you because of that. Does that sound?
Yeah, that would be a fair assumption. Absolutely.
Okay.
It is.
So, it is. Thank you, Jenny.
Thanks, Jen.
So, I also see here that you want to kind of give a feeling of relaxation and space, and it's very white, and the font is quite small, and, you know, you want to give a feeling perhaps of, you know, like a spacious, refined offering.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I don't know what's gone on with the actual interface, because usually it has like a teal band across the top where you can see my phone number and my email. Right. And then there's another teal band which has home, yoga, meditation, life coaching, all that sort of thing in it. And the font is usually different, and there's usually like a background.
Oh, right. Okay. So it's quite broken at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened. I really don't. I'm kind of, and it's typical. If you go onto my homepage and you go down underneath the pictures, you can see that there's kind of like a background. It looks like sort of recycled paper, you know, that kind of, it's that. And that the color of the yoga, the teal color of the yoga is like my strapline color, where my phone number and my email link is, and where the other stuff is as well.
Okay. All right.
So
Okay.
I don't know what's happened. So I'm sorry about that, because like I say, Monday, everything was working fine.
Yeah, we're a bit short of time, Kirsty, so let me run through.
Thank you.
So the homepage shows me some really lovely photos, and it shows me the oils, and it shows me, have you been traveling yourself?
Yes.
Okay. It shows me these kind of, Bali, vibe. Do you attract kind of people in their 30s and 40s, 20 to 40?
Yeah, I would say that's, yeah.
All right. Okay. So that's really good. That's kind of on point. I think what's happening is, again, is similar, to what we were saying before. You're leading a little bit with the services, and you're not really leading with who you are. So if I want to do any of your offerings and I say click on reflexology, does it tell me, how to book and where it is and how to get it done? Or, do you feel that you need to explain what you do?
Yeah, I suppose I do feel like I need to explain. And then there's a tiny little bit of, packages and then contact me sort of buttons, those sorts of things.
This is gorgeous. This is divided into different sections, but it's like, the feeling I get is like, oh, look, we've got the paper background now. The feeling I get is, look at these and look at these and look at these, and I can do this, and and I can, this kind of, really fast paced, I can do all of these things, and a photo and a text. But actually, what I want to do is, if I come to reflexology, I want to just read about reflexology and book a session. And because of the type of person that you are, it's like you will sell because of your passion and because of your vibrancy. You won't sell because you are explaining the detail of things. It's almost the opposite of what we were saying for Monique. Monique will sell by explaining. You will sell by your energy, by just saying, hey, this is what I do. Bye. Connect with me. And I would like to see clear call to actions. I would make the pages like half the size. This latest news thing, do you keep it live?
I haven't been, because I've been writing, but I haven't been updating it on here because the website's not live yet. So I'm kind of, I've just been writing.
Okay.
And then.
So what is this? Read more, read more, read more. What are these?
These are kind of
blog posts.
Yeah, they're towards blog posts, or they're back towards the page. So if something pulls you, say you go in and you look at reflexology, and then you go down and it pulls you into the retreats, or it pulls you into doTERRA.
Reflexology. I don't want to go anywhere else. Do you get that?
Yeah.
So I clicked on reflexology. If I manage to scroll down all the way and I read and I like it and I want to book, where do I do it?
Yeah, that's what I've got to add in, I think, some call to action buttons, haven't I? Or
if you want to explain something here, all you need to do is tell me, this is what reflexology is about, a little bit about like the theory. This is how I do reflexology, because you have your own personal approach, maybe a testimonial, and then here's how to book.
Okay.
Right? That's it. And maybe on the footer you can put a link to the blog. So these are blog posts.
Yeah.
And these are blog posts. I would choose only one format to show them. This is really confusing to have two formats of showing the same thing.
Okay.
And I would not offer everything to people. It's like if I come to your house and you say, do you want a cup of tea? Do you want a biscuit? Oh, shall we go upstairs? Do you want to see these clothes? It's like, right? It's too fast, too much, too almost the opposite of what you want to be selling, of what you offer.
So do you think I should remove the blog post from the bottom of each of those pages and just leave it on the blog page, like I've got along the top?
Yes, especially if that is not your strength.
Okay.
Blog posts are only for people that really enjoy writing. They are for people, or they have someone else writing for them. They are an excellent way of, creating traffic on your website. But if it is something that, in this season of your life, because of your lifestyle, because of your family, because of whatever, you are not nurturing that page, then I recommend that, you remove the dates on the blog posts, which you can do, switch the dates off, and just leave them almost as articles, not a
Yeah.
blog. Maybe you
Okay.
want to call it articles. But if you're feeding it and putting your news there, you know, some people, what they do is they're really active on Instagram or they're really active on Facebook. So instead of having a blog, they guide people to go to Instagram and to Facebook. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you.
All right, okay. So let's look. Is there an about page about you? No, there isn't.
No.
Right, okay. We need an about page. That's fundamental. The same principle that I said about reflexology applies to all the other pages, by the way, right?
Yeah, yeah. I've written that.
Especially if you're teaching in other places, you need to send people to book.
Yeah.
Wherever they are teaching, right? So,
Yeah.
for example, I offer Women's Temple. So I don't book anyone. So what I'm doing is I'm just sending people to the yoga center where the Women's Temple is. That's it.
Yeah.
Read about it. You like it, go to the yoga center and book. That's
Yeah.
it. Really
Yeah.
simple. You don't
Okay.
need to complicate it or justify yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there something about justifying what you do?
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say I'm a natural salesperson. Do you know what I mean? And I think I kind of, I always overcompensate by, like you've picked up on, obviously sort of waffling on a little bit, and this is what I do, and also this and also that, and you know, I kind of, I don't know, I'm not. I like you say, I connect with people very much through my energy. You know, when they meet me, when they come to one of my classes, and they're taken up by the energy of the class. But it's quite, I kind of, like I say, I find it hard to kind of express myself, I suppose, through technology.
Right. So what you're doing is you're only recreating the experience of being with you. You're not explaining anything or justifying anything. This is only feedback for you, not for everybody. In your case, you're not justifying, you're not explaining, you're just recreating the experience of being with you in person. It's a translation. That's my job. I translate your vision and I translate the experience of being with you in person onto the online space. That is exactly what I do. I do design and I do marketing. You know, you have a website at the end of the day, but that is what we're doing, because what we're doing is we're creating online an experience for the customer to feel that they are with you. It almost has to be exactly matched. Who you are and who you are not.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've just clicked on doTERRA, and unfortunately it opens on top of your website. So it needs to open on a different browser window. That's important to tell your guy.
Okay.
Is this on WordPress? No.
Yeah.
No? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you finding the back end easy to update?
I haven't really gotten into it yet, if I'm honest. Like, I'm just kind of going through it and trying to, because I've been, just going on and on. Like I say, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I mean, now you're telling me to keep it a bit more simple. I should just probably go through and rewrite it all again. But that's kind of been what I've been doing mostly, and then just sending stuff for him to update.
Right, okay. Are you paying him for every update?
No, he's done it for me as a package, because he's done my husband's got a couple of businesses and he's done both their web pages, but now he's like done this for me as a kind of a bit of a favour.
Okay, so
which is another reason it's taken so long.
Live coaching, okay. I'll just look at these through quickly. Obviously, there's this, and the copy should be right next to it. What is live coaching and why would I need it? Those are good questions. You need to have a few more testimonials spread around the pages rather than all bundled up. Because what the testimonials do is they back up what you're saying.
Yeah.
So the promise of the solution that you're offering will be backed up by a testimonial. It's not only you promising something, it's someone else saying, yes, I got this result, and this result.
Yeah.
Now, this video section here, I have no clue what this is. And it's a huge gap here, white.
It shouldn't be. Ordinarily, that picture takes up the whole of that grey space, and the text below it is actually on top of the video.
Right. Is it you on the video?
No. Again, it's just a stock thing I've got for Video Hive. But I just kind of thought it was a nice like
Right.
a moving vision like as well, that sort of attracts attention, that would then lead into what it was that I wanted to explain.
Okay. And this is obviously the about section, isn't it? Who you are.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I think you've got such a. You were asking about photography, and I can see this little illustration here, which is really cute. And I can see all these. So you're going to have to pick a style. Oh my goodness. This goes on and on. It's like, what? Overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's not personal, right? It's just ask
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
what is a life coach? How does it work? Okay, this is for frequently asked questions.
Okay.
So I think for the look and feel, you need to pick whether you're going to invest in photography or whether you're going to purchase stock photography. You can perfectly do it with stock photography, but you don't have to plaster photos all over the place.
Yeah.
So you don't have to just choose one style. If you're going to do this roundel with all the things, start using the roundels a little bit more throughout, not everywhere. Or if you're going to do long banners throughout, then, use the long banners throughout. If you're going to do, videos, it's just like, again, the images are, too prolific, too, undefined. So there's, like this thing going on again. It's just reflective everywhere. So what I would do is I would just narrow down, maybe almost, I wouldn't say start again, but, just start from the beginning. I can give you, a few questionnaires and website planner things, for you to like narrow down your focus instead of expand it. It just feels like there's too much going on.
Yeah.
And it's like the opposite of what you're offering.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's all right.
I told you she's sharp.
Yeah, it's not that. It's kind of, yeah. I mean, I agree with you taking the blog post off the bottom of it and everything. I like to keep some of the images and stuff because again, I like them. And at the end of the day, as much as I want the traffic and stuff, I also want it to be a nice reflection of me. And so some of them I'm going to keep, I think. But I'm glad that you said that I can either use stock photos or, pictures of myself, because I don't really want to have to reinvest more money in photos, having professional photos taken. Stock photos are a lot more like economical and a lot more accessible.
So you've got enough photos there. What I would choose is, what I would do is I would just choose some instead of having so many. I would just
take some out. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
And
No, I
keep the
agree.
ones that you're not using, keep them for blog posts and keep them for posting on Facebook and keep them for posting, wherever you're posting, or for your emails, and all of that. So I'm not saying do not use photos. What I'm saying is, again, reduce the amount of things that you're offering, because it's the same principle. You're offering this, you're offering that, and I can do this and I can do that. So with the photos, it feels the same energy.
Yeah.
Here's one photo and here's another, and this is lovely video, and maybe I don't need all of that. I just want to kind of get to know you a bit, and I'm in.
Yeah. Okay.
The other thing that I would say about professional photos, and this is for everybody, is professional photos are super, super important, because whether you like it or not, people are going to make an assumption about who you are and what you can do for them from the photo, right? You don't need to look, all done up. You don't need to look like anything. You just need to look like you. It needs to be a genuine, well lit, professionally taking photo. And you can just have one profile photo of yourself, and that's the one you use everywhere. If it is a good photo and if you've invested in the photo, it will last you for years, because people will connect with you via the photo. I'm afraid to say that.
No, so it is better to invest in professional photos than stock photos.
Well, you can invest on a professional photo of yourself and then use stock photos for the rest.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. So any questions, anyone?
I just want to add, guys, because Nora have been working with me, not that my website is anywhere near how I want it. We're going to completely redo it. We're going to just dump mine. But from strategic point of view, it's actually correct. So you have all the drop downs. I mean, I have an ocean of things that I offer, and I had to do exactly what Monique and what you do, because they completely compound it and could make it more sort of like, oh, relax when you see it. It's quite sort of like strong still, but if you look at my drop down menus, you can find everything in there, but it's not overwhelming anymore. And Nora's done that for me. So if you want to have a look, it's rainbowcentersoftpensure.net, and just copy what I've done. Like, you know, not copy, but kind of understand the structure.
Yeah.
Is that right, Nora?
Yeah, it's a really good exercise to do that. You know, we took weeks to tidy up the amount of material that Jenny
the amount
had.
of time we spent, I think maybe, well, me and Nora together, maybe 10 hours.
Yeah, to tidy up.
Tidying it up, because I'm in WordPress and I can do it. I didn't ask anyone to do it. I did it myself. A good 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right?
And also we tidied up the writing a little bit. It's like, sometimes what happens is all of you have lots of skills behind your, you know, behind the years that you've been learning, and you accumulated skills. But it doesn't mean that you have to plaster them all over the websites and tell people I can do this and I can do that and I've learned this and I've learned that. It can be really explained in a way that it's very simple, and then some of the pages don't need to be on the navigation, but that's a different call. But yeah, what you're saying, Jenny, is really good. If people go and look at your website, they'll get a real sense of
what I've done, because it's like overwhelming what I do. It's like too much. If you said everything, here's the leaflets of everything, everyone would go like, whoa, it's too much, Jenny. So yeah, I mean, it's the best thing I could ever have done, obviously, working with Nora, because if I wouldn't have done it, it would have still been like a bit of a nightmare on the website. But it's not now. And now when we get to do the new website, we're really clear, aren't we? Kind of what we're going to do,
Yeah, perfect.
Have a nice look, and yeah, it's well worth the time spent, because at the end of the day, it's your online presence. So.
Yeah, great. I'm just wondering if anyone has any questions. We've got a few more minutes. I'm happy to answer any questions. Wow.
No questions.
Okay, I just have a question, because I've gone onto Jenny's site just to have a quick look now and sort of see what you're talking about. And I just wanted to ask about, you know, because you've said to me that I need to put an about me section, which is obviously going to have like my photo. That's fine. I can source something out. I'm not too scared about that. But I know, like, she hasn't got. How big do you think the about me should be? How much detail do you think it should be about? You're telling me to be concise and to cool it down. But do you think it should be, you know, just kind of quite factual, or, you know, like a chatty kind of how would you say is the best way to connect with people and get, you know, yourself across? Because obviously that's the point of that section, right?
Okay, I will leave with your vibrancy and your passion. It's very short. You don't have to justify yourself and you don't have to explain. Your about page is short.
Okay.
Monique's
so you don't have to list all the
longer.
qualifications or years that you've done stuff or anything like that? Or?
So let me talk you through.
I've got one.
So you can have your about page, you know, which talks and connects with people. That is a really important place. A lot of people are going to go to the about page. And then all the qualifications, you can have them on either at the bottom, just as a list, or you can have them on a sub page that people access from the about page. It's not an item on the navigation. I can just see Jenny. I'm going to share the screen a couple of minutes.
Maybe I should, mine is a drop down. Where should I put it?
Yes, I can see that. Let's have a look.
Maybe
just 30-minute session with me, blah, blah, blah. I'm Jenny. I love that photo. My goodness. Okay, qualifications. Let's have a look. Jenny's list is probably going to be as long as an arm. Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
Right, okay. This is a link from the about page. This is not a drop-down menu. But if it is super important to you and you want people to really read this, then yes, keep it as a drop-down menu. It just depends how important it is this for your people. Not for you, for your people. So for my people, in my case, they don't really care my qualifications. Although they do like to know that I am a proper graphic designer if I'm going to do a website. I'm not just like someone that knows how to do websites. They like it when they realize that I am a proper graphic designer. And I'm not talking from my point of view. I'm talking from the customer's point of view. Oh, you're a real graphic designer. So you understand visual and you understand, you know, functionality. So that is a really good match for a lot of people. So,
and is it a good place to put your testimonials as well? Like you say who you are and then underneath you have testimonials, or not?
No, unless you want to justify yourself again, but no.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah, cool. Okay.
We keep going there, but sorry.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's cool. Okay, great. Thank you.
Kevin, you had a question. Oh, sorry.
No.
Kevin, you had a question.
Me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. It's just I understand the idea that you are your own best asset and you're selling yourself. It's just a thought. In a way, you are your brand. What do you think of the idea of using like a caricature as your main kind of icon? Obviously, having a photo elsewhere, but as a sort of basic thing, putting your own face or you know, some kind of illustrated or photoshopped version of it, which simplifies it as an icon. Or do you think that's too impersonal?
Are you a funny kind of guy?
Sometimes.
Well, it just depends. You know, I'm not going to be able to tell this on the fly, you know, but in the branding part of the business, it might just come up that, yeah, you can have, you know, a caricature. Absolutely. Why not? You know, some people, you know, they will connect with that. However, you do these machine things. So it's a kind of it's not just about you. It's going to be different for you. You know, it's going to be, unless you offer other services apart from the machine. But, you know, because you offer something, it's like, you know, some people sell something called Rejuva Detox, which is, again, a machine that people lose weight and they detox, blah, blah, blah. You know, those services are a little bit more impersonal. There is something personal around them. And if you're planning to sell other things aside from the machine, you know, if you've got other skills, then yes, I would make it really personal. But if it is just the machine, then I would almost brand it as a solution to a problem rather than me, in your case.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah. And I would be super professional with that one. You know, yours needs to be like pristine, professional, results oriented. Also because, you know, you're a man as well. You know, there's a different energy here. You know, you're going to be holding the space, you know, and there's going to be this masculine, feminine thing that's going to go really well with what you're doing. You know, there's the machine and there's the softness. You know, I really like that idea for you.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes, very much.
Good. And also the fun thing can come across in the writing. It doesn't have to be on the, you know, branding. It can come across on, you know, the way you write, this kind of slightly humorous way of writing, which is great as well. It's an asset.
Yep.
Good. Any more questions before we go off? Good. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for being here and for listening and for also, you know, putting yourselves forward, you know, to...
Do you want to tell the dates for the next website school?
Okay. All right. So if you want to work with me one-to-one, you can book a conversation with me, a free call, you know, 30 minutes. And my schedule now is open from beginning of April. You can book on my website. And if you are thinking of joining your website school program, which is a very small program, only 4 people, we run the next one in July. And that's and also on that one, I teach you how to update your website. I teach you everything I know in a more kind of compressed way. You know, it's not the price of the one-to-one. It's a more affordable way to have a website, basically. But you still get all the expertise and all the super valuable exchange with other students. So that's a really nice thing. And we love doing it. I run it with Emma, who Jane knows. And Emma is lovely.
Yeah. There's been really good feedback from that. I would go on it, but I'm going to do one-to-one with Laura because we're creating something big.
You're going big, so
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm working with a guy from next week, and he takes people out for public speaking.
whoa.
I'm going to do all these live body sessions. We're doing a swap. So that's really exciting.
Good.
Yeah. So put your time and effort into this, guys, I would say, because honestly, there's no way around it. To build your business, it's like a project. It's not like, oh yeah, I'll do a bit here and I'll do some sessions here. If you're serious about it, put yourself down there, work through it and do it, because it's got to be professional. It's got to be pristine. It's got to be good as you are. You know, you're great. You're brilliant. So that's what I'd say.
Yeah.
Cool, guys?
Yeah, I'll just add something to that. You know, sometimes, you know, perhaps you're not fully ready to, you know, step into that place, you know, of being a business owner, of having a website, of being seen, and that's fine too. And you can use the time, you know, to plant all the seeds, you know, to look at other websites that you like. I'll put a couple of questionnaires that these questionnaires might help you to actually narrow down, you know, what is it that you're offering? What is it that you're not offering? What sits well with you and what doesn't? You know, sometimes the cooking process can be quite beneficial, because when you're ready, rather than perhaps jump. You know, everybody has a different rhythm. But yeah, if you're serious about running this business, you know, it's good to either go or to plant the seeds, both.
Yeah. And it's such a journey, isn't it? It doesn't happen overnight.
No.
It's be patient.
Good.
Cool.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Jenny, for having me. And
thank you for being there.
I like this. And I'll see you very soon, all of you. Any questions, just go on Facebook, or, you know, you can email me.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thanks, guys.